torturing this ape. We don't do that to humans. And then Breck reveals that they did that to Armando, right? And that's how they gave up Caesar. Like that, you're right. This moment the dialogue needed to be flipped so that we could hear the other side of McDonald realizing, oh shit, we do actually do this to ourselves.
We do it and we've done it. Yeah, and also, why isn't Caesar resisting at all at any point? I mean, between being under the stairs and captured and being put on the table, at least put up a fight, but he's just passively going with everything.
Well, particularly how aggressive he was talking to McDonald about what they needed to do for revolution.
Wanting to fight and free, and you're going to fight again and fight again. Yeah.
Again, this goes back to the idea that this would be fascinating if this weren't really Caesar.
Yeah, because then the whole it'd be a trick.
Yeah.
And then we get
I guess when it gets to the whole torture thing, even more than this, I don't understand what they're trying to get from Caesar in the moment of torture.
Yeah,
if they kind of already know that it's the talking ape, or at least he's Caesar, assuming that, and McDonald, this could be solved by him saying you don't know that. Why are you assuming that? Those kind of questions he could ask him, and then it shows that the governor's crazy. We could have those things, but we really, what? Okay, are you torturing him to get him, to admit that you're Caesar? Okay, then ask him, are you the talking ape? Push him for these things. Are you trying to torture him to set an example for other apes? If so, then we need to have windows with other apes around as they tortured the leader. There's no purpose whatsoever for the torture other than that the governor likes to torture things.
There's no information they're going to get out of this, So Armando's dead. As far as they know, he's the only child of the two talking apes from 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. So... the other apes don't talk. He couldn't have taught them anything as far as they know. So what's going on? Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
No, please.
There's at 5340. There's this really, but for some reason, there's a giant mess of cables on top of the shocking vault thing, and the guard has to plug it in, and it just throws them off the table. And I'm like, well, that was really sloppy and unnecessary. Yeah. You could have just seen him pick up the cable and just plug it in, right? We didn't need that. Plug it in and throw off this big mess of cables.
And then we have science panel that is brass knuckle levers and, hey,
master
this
control.
Is going to go all the way to the top. Better make sure the lights are all on.
It lacks the not just the noise of the shock, but it lacks any type of, you're looking at a control panel and then we see the little teeny tiny things just move up just a little bit.
Well, we'll get to that tomorrow. I have a comment about those meters because okay, so I'll tease what I'll say about it tomorrow. Yeah, volts and amps. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Sean will understand this, and anyone that's ever been in production will understand how tense it made me with that damn cable that he tosses aside. Because anybody that works with heavy duty cables like that learns to over and under a cable so that it will never get kinks in it. There's a real art to that. This MFer just doesn't give a shit about the people that are going to have to come in. It's like, bleh. That is literally, that will get your ass beaten by people that know what they're doing with electrical cords. You do not treat stuff like that. As he turns on that board, though, we'll talk about the sound effect of the buzz that should come with. I assume you're electrocuting somebody, but as he hits a lever, there should be a hum. Boom.
Yeah, power's coming up.
Yeah. That even implies danger, oh my God, they're going to electrify him. As it is right now, apparently this is a tickle machine because it doesn't do shit. I don't.
Here's the thing. So we do get at least one arch from Roddy out of this moment where he gets electrocuted. Mm-hmm. But Roddy now I'll say just that Roddy is super flexible for this moment.
Well, I was about to say, do you think Roddy said, look, I got a good core. I can do this for a while. Basically. Let me show you. Let me show you.
Well, I like the fact that he was actually on the sides of his feet in order to kind of help initiate that arch a little bit better and spread his knees out so he can actually get the back up higher. If he were flat-footed, he would have a harder time doing that. But he's also using the back of his hands to kind of arch up. But let me just say this. This electric current apparently goes from 0 to 100. I would have appreciated more moments of Roddy moving to a bigger arch or a bigger position.
Yeah, you start to get the little ones, the little shocks.
Right, we can talk about next minute, but he just goes straight to super arch.
So,
but yeah, the whole layout of the table, if you look at a chimpanzee's or an ape's body, you know, the fact they have like shorter legs and arms, so the legs actually do kind of, you know, get that.
I don't need a shot of your crotch, Sean.
I know, hang on.
monkeys.
You guys are seeing this, but a human's legs are like this. But when an ape's, you know, are more, you know, kind of like that, and so having them strapped to a table like that, and then you know, I'm so glad that this is a podcast.
Yeah, poor people out there. As a father of a daughter who took a ton of gymnastics classes, doing that is called bridging. And that really is sort of one of the core principles when you are doing real gymnastics that allows you to do these things. Great. Roddy can do that really well, but why is he doing it? I don't see anything. I asked you guys before we started, I recently started watching Umbrella Academy, and there is a scene of a guy getting shocked in that, where Mary J. Blige and the guy from Manhunter attach jumper cables to his nipples, and they shock him. And you hear arcing, you hear all this, and it's also the clamps imply pain and danger. And to escalate it, they then take more clamps and put them on his ears. Mm-hmm. You're escalating these things. This is nothing. If it's not an electrocution type thing, then why am I not seeing a tight of screws boring into his head where that thing is on his scalp? There's nothing that says danger. It's just the tickle machine that makes him arch. I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, we're getting more of this. We're going to get more of this in the next minute. So let's. I don't know if you guys want to save some of the conversation about the tickle machine.
Oh yeah, we've got more to talk about tomorrow. But at 50 seconds in, if you look at it, you can tell whoever designed the set did not think about the camera layout or whatever, or whoever put the camera layout didn't think about the set, because the guard has to step to the side of the table so they can turn the two dials so that you can see Roddy and the panel and him doing the work at the same time and not blocking the panel. Who would stand to the side and turn that like that instead of standing right in front of it?
That's a good catch, Sean. Yeah. and the whole time, Colt.
Why is Colt holding on to a briefcase?
He's got his briefcase, and he's just, it's another day at the office for him.
Like, I know, right? Yeah.
We're shocking another monkey. All right, I think that's it.
Hey, you think that's where Peter Gabriel got it?
I think so. I think he looked at that and said, hey, that's where I'm writing this masterpiece of a song. All right, we will be back tomorrow with another minute of Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Everyone have a great day.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
The Minute of the Apes.